So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Niners take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, 49ers.
Ready to break.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, echo. 57, Mike, 57. 57's Mike, Mike 57. Check pass. Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. This one into the hands of Hurd. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check nine, check nine. Back, back. Shoot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, check.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Check 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Go.
Mitchell now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got one. 66.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. from 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, wahoo! Yep. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Ready up. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Guard. Fight.
On second down, it's Allen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 7. Yeah. 57. Watch the slip. 57. Mike, 57. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
What we got? Go. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You ready?
Now Mitchell on first and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thomas, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
70, Indy.
Yeah, I got you. Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He can't hang.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the ready.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Pick it up. Hey, alert 3. Kill.
Snap.
They'll run with Allen. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
95%.
Hey.
Watch the blood.
Hey, Charlie.
95. I'm coming after you.
Clear. Ready.
Now back to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 89 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
No. Check.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Back to throw now on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 57 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Watch it.
2nd and 4. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Hey, watch that. Check it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mitchell, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 73 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable now for Allen. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards.
Crunch.
61, matchbox lights.
57. Mike.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He gets away from one. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Mitchell looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. They're running it.
Mitchell operating from the gun. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, check. First down. Hard. Check. Rock it. Check 3. Snap.
They'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They should have known, baby.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
54. Rip right, rip right. Echo. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Back to throw. Mitchell looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Here we go. 70, Indy. We want it. Topper.
Check.
Hey, Zoo.
95 to Sam. No, check. He's Mike.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
95.
Hey, Delta.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 95 is Sam. No, check. Drop deep. 95 is Mike.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Yeah, he's got it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
You got double up. Switch.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Look at me. Go.
He's coming. Double up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw is Mitchell. From the gun, he'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 20! Wright's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Check. 53.
Hey, Echo.
53 is mine. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
He was brought down by Trevor Williams. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Squeeze, double.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 23 yards on the play. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go. Go.
Hey, exit.
57's the mic.
Go. Get it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Allen's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Switch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now Allen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Jack. Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Set, ready? Recon, 132 fighter. 60 outlaw. Clear.
Quarterback D-line.
On 2nd down now. It's Allen. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready, set.
57, Mike 57. Here we go.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch the edge.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Check go.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
2nd and 3. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Allen. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Mitchell now, throwing on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to take over. At the 22-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So that one will get them halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Mitchell on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Allen. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a carry for Allen. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st down, 49ers.
Ready. 18, Gator.
You ain't going nowhere. Alert 3, alert 3.
Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.